Hello and welcome to my 6th episode of this podcast. So, to whom music concerns, I have a cold. So, I sound a bit dodgy right now, but it's fine. Anyway, so, specifically, who likes vinyl records, this will be relevant to you. So yeah, anyway. Whoever likes Smashing Pumpkins will know. I mean, okay, me personally, I only like... Oh, right, I didn't even say what, my main point was. Was basically going on about really, really rare albums. Because I go to, loads of record fairs and, as I said in, the first episode, I really want to open my own record shop. Specifically in a place that I like, so on a beach front. Anyway, moving on from that, because I ramble about that, to be honest. So, yeah, I go to record fairs, and then I kind of have a grasp at what is rare and what isn't, and then what's expensive and what isn't. And to be honest, these things you might need to know. So I was going on about the Smashing Pumpkins, right? I think it's just basically anything from the 90s, which is rare. That's rare. So, yeah, thank you for listening to this episode. Yeah, anyway, so, that was a joke. Short episode. Anyway, so, with the Smashing Pumpkins, I was in a record fair the other day. It was a really good one, actually. It was in Luton somewhere. I can't really remember where it was in Luton, but I know it was around Luton somewhere. And I saw Melancholy. Oh my god. You know when you have a cold and you just cannot say anything for the life of you? So, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. There you go. That's very rare. Why are there so many flies in my room? Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, that one's like £800 or something. Is nuts. It's actually nuts. Also, oh yeah, that album and Siamese Dream, those two are so hard to get. It's actually crazy. So, if you like Smashing Pumpkins and you haven't thought of getting the album, if you ever see it somewhere, you know. Anyway, basically anything that's record store day. Also, oh my god, this year for record store day there was Rumours, Fleetwood Mac on the picture disc. I think that's the first time it's ever been released on picture disc before. So yeah, it's very rare, I assume. That's also there. But with Gish, I'm going back to Smashing Pumpkins now. I don't think that's actually as hard to get, even though it's in the 90s, but albums like Life by the Cardigans, that was pretty hard to get, but I literally just found it in a record shop for 30, 40 quid. It wasn't that bad, it was an original as well. So, I mean, I'm sure that can't be easy to get. What else? Lana Del Rey, aka Lizzie Grant, she used to spell her name Lana Del Rey R-A-Y rather than R-E-Y like she does now. So, where she spells it R-A-Y, that's really hard to get. But I have that, obviously, it's fine. Anyway, You know what I'm really annoyed about? Is like when you get the album before it's re-released and then it's just I mean, I get it. I mean, like, you get it while it's not re-released, so you kind of have it when it's like harder to get. But I mean, no, it's part of my dad's collection, but like I listen to it all the time. Blue by Joni Mitchell. I really don't know. It's like, if it's not an original, it's like quite old. If it's not an original. But honestly, that's very annoying. Also, Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. I got that before it was re-released. I was literally looking everywhere for that album. I could not find it. I was looking everywhere for like the shoegaze genre. I mean, like, no one really has shoegaze unless you go to like London or something. And I did actually find it in London. So, yeah, you literally have to go to London to find all the good ones. And then about a month or two later on, it was re-released. And I actually cried. I mean, I didn't, but like, I actually cried. Anyway. Also, as if you listen to all my episodes, which I appreciate, we all know how much I love Olivia Dean, right? Live at that Jazz Cafe, that is so hard to get now. Like, if you got it on Record Store Day, that's definitely like a limited number in the first place, especially anything that's Record Store Day stuff. Mate, like, just go get it if you like it, because it's only on that day that it's released, so I mean, there's that. So that Live at that Jazz Cafe, whoa. So that, anyway, Live at that Jazz Cafe by Olivia Dean, right, is already hard to get as it is because it's Record Store Day, but it was limited in number, so that's also hard to get. Very hard to get now. Anyway, I think I'm just repeating myself. I mean, like, throughout the episodes where I'm just like, I tend to mention quite a few of the same albums, but like, they're all good, man. They're all good. So, if anyone knows, I must have mentioned the Pierces before. They are literally one of my favourite bands ever. They're great. But the Pierces, dude, oh my god. That's also a really expensive album to get. Because that was like a 90s album as well, I think. Or like thousands. Because in the 90s and the thousands, there's a reason why it's so rare. Because everyone got CDs then, and then like cassettes, you know? And then no one bothered with the records then. And then they were like, let's not bother with this, let's not buy it. So no one sold it. So, albums like You and I by the Pierces, which is a great album. If anyone knows, Pretty Little Liars, somehow, they did the intro song for that series, and then no one knows it. I mean, that's not even the better album. I mean, it's a cool album. I mean, it's a cool cover and everything, but like, no one even... Oh, it's really sad. Anyway, moving on. I don't... I'm fine. I don't even know where I am at this point. I'm just kind of rambling. But yeah, the Pierces is really expensive. It's like, that album is like £350 or something. Something stupid like that, because it's literally... I also think it's rare because they only sold it, I mean, at the time on their website. and then if you're like a fan, that's when you got it. So I don't know. I mean, it's partly because it was in the thousands and because it was in the 90s as well. And then records weren't really a thing, or like an appreciated thing at the time. That's why. So bands like, let's just say Oasis and Blur, just like those kind of things, the Cardigans, the Pierces, who else? Smashing Pumpkins, basically everyone that I named. Because like, Lana Del Rey, aka Lizzie Grant, was in the thousands, I think. It was either the thousands or tens. One of them. Anyway, so basically, if you're not into records, get into it. It's very fun. It's great. Oh my god. Everything Must Go by the Manic Street Preachers, is very, very rare. Like, my dad got one, I found it, at a record fair, and he hasn't opened it. So the difference is, you can, because I was actually, it's actually so stupid, like, I was actually thinking of not opening the Olivia Dean album that I got, because it's like a lot more valuable because it's still sealed. And then if it's like original, if it's still sealed and if it's an original and it's already rare and if it's quite old, dude. And yeah. Also, I saw a New York Dolls t-shirt yesterday, and I'm actually quite sad because it wasn't my size. It was a really cool t-shirt as well. If anyone knows New York Dolls, you are cool. Let's be friends. But yeah, I don't know who to compare them to. You know what, right? Whenever I hear New York Dolls, I always think of 60 Foot Dolls. Oh my god. This is also another album that's like, it's called The Big Three. Yeah, it's called The Big Three. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. The Big Three by 60 Foot Dolls is one of the 90s albums that you just cannot get, as well as Everything Must Go. But also, okay, I'm remembering things now. So, if anyone here doesn't know Jimi Hendrix, then either listen to him right now or leave, because why are you here? So anyway, there's this album called Electric Ladyland, right? And if everyone thinks it's just his face, right? Like on the cover? No, okay. If anyone has seen Spinal Tap, oh god, if anyone's seen Spinal Tap, marry me. Marry me. Anyway, so, because they're kind of like, they're like Black Sabbath, you know, because like, it's obviously a stupid film, like, but it's actually what they're like though, it's really funny. But moving on, so they do this stupid cover on the Black album, and then they wanted like some naked woman on it, like, weird, I don't know. But anyway, And then they're like, oh, why can't I do this? Why can't we do that? And then